Hey guys, so this is going to be a video about how to use your off arm in shot put and discus. It's a very overlooked part of the throw, but probably one of the most important. It's really up there in the way I coach and the way I used to throw and the way I use my off arm. So I'm going to be referring to as my left arm. For all you lefties out there, it'll be your right arm. Alright, it'll basically be the arm you're not holding the implement in. Alright, so I'll just be talking. Whenever I say left arm, it's just my off arm. Alright? So, now we got that established. Why is it important? Alright? So, first, it's important because, one, it sets your direction in the throw. One of them. It sets your upper body direction, as I say. Your hip should be the main driver of the entire throw. Out the back especially. Alright, so first I'm going to break down the back, the middle, and then the front. Alright? So we'll start with the back of the ring. So it's important because, like I said, you start off the bat. Wait, sorry, hold on. Sorry, something was moving outside. Hold on, let me restart. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so one, it sets your direction out the back, your upper body direction. All right. So your off arm is really important because, and this is especially true in discus, although in shot put as well. Wherever your left arm goes, your right arm will follow. So if your left arm is down, you see how my right is up. But then when I go put my left arm up, my right arm goes down. All right, so say I'm taking a stand throw. All right, so I'm here. If I throw my left arm up, look at what my right arm does. It drops. And then I scoop the disc. If I yank my left arm down, now my right arm goes up. So it's very important. So the left arm is the establishment of the orbit. All right. So it's very important that you have a good left arm out the back, because if you drop, if you go straight up, and some people do that. It depends person to person, but especially for beginners and just for consistency purposes, I like to coach just flat out the back, nice and relaxed. All right, that establishes a very good connection. All right, and basically, I try and just keep, when I coach and when I used to throw, I try to just keep my right arm and my left arm just level. All right, I just like to just make a T pose. All right, and then just wind, and then you do not move. All right, no movement up and down. Realistically, there can be some variance. It just depends. Some people do some weird things. Usually, the better you are, the more you can start experimenting. But especially for beginners, all the way through high school and whenever, basically until you find your throw. Me personally, I like to coach just flat. All right, and the hips will dictate the high and the low point and all that. But this isn't a video about orbit. All right, I have a video about that if you want to go watch it. It's on my channel and my playlists. I think you just go to technical videos. It should be the first one, I think, up there. But yeah, so if you want to learn more about orbit, then go watch that video. All right, so this is just purely off arm. All right, but that's really the most important part about the off arm. All right, and a lot of people, like you see a lot of people, and I've done a video about this just recently, about holding the left arm in. Me personally, I hate that. Now, there are some uses to that. One, I use it as a drill mainly. Now, I never want people to do this, because this looks so uncomfortable to just hold the left arm here the entire time. So the way I use it is, one, if I have an athlete and they go and they just rip out the back, and some people think that's a bad thing, but I'll get to the way you can use that. They rip out the back, and it causes them to be disconnected and just that leads to a whole host of other problems through the ring. All right. So basically, for beginners, I like to teach it as more of a guide. So I like them to use the left arm, just watch the left arm. All right, and just watch it out the back. And what that does, so if I'm here, yeah, you can see. All right. So if I'm here, wind, and I'm watching, you see how my left arm and my left knee are connected, all right, through the ring, all right? So that's a safe thing to do, all right? And, you know, people throw far from that. People also throw far, like Gerd Cantor, really famously. So he's here, and, yeah, he's here, and he keeps this left elbow inside the left knee, all right, here. But then once he gets to the back, so let me go like I'm facing here. So he's here, boom. But then once he gets here, instead of holding it back here, now he lets it open. That's personally what I like to coach, especially in discus. Shot put, I do a lot more variation, but discus, usually I don't like the left arm to get past the left knee because of the different levers. So like in shot put, because it's connected to your neck, I mean, I can go like this, but my right shoulder won't open. However, if I'm in discus and I go like that, it's very hard. Like I'm really trying to hold my shoulder back, but if I go like that and my shoulder's out, all right, and I can't press, I can't press the discus into my neck, it will make the right arm move. So usually when you see, especially beginners, when you see them and they throw discus and the right hand or their discus hand is in front of their hips, one of the main reasons for that is because they just whip out the back with their left arm. All right, and it causes them to go like that. All right, and then their left side is leading the entire throw. Now you want it to lead the entire throw out the back, but the rest, well, okay, we'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. Oh my God. Ooh, I'm really out of breath. Ooh. I haven't been able to run or do anything because of my foot. So I'm a little out of shape, sorry. Sorry about that. But yeah, so basically those are some good things. Good base point. That could basically last you your whole career. Just using your left arm as a guide. As you get better and better, you can start experimenting with a little bit more variance. Now, there is a thing in shot put. Shot put, you can use the left arm way differently. All right. So one, shot put, you don't have to be as wide. Oh, sorry. Before I get to shot put, actually discus. Another thing I like to do with the left arm is if your athlete has trouble getting over the left, like even if they're not shifting, if they're just turning. All right. What I like to do is I like to use the left arm and use it. You see, let me get here. You see, I'm reaching out like that. And what that does is it makes me, one, feel a lot longer and a lot more stretchy. And you see how when I do that, it forces me onto my left. Oh, maybe you can't see. My camera's not that big. But hopefully you get the point. So that's another thing I like to do with my left arm. It's something you get kind of used to and kind of a little more of an advanced kind of thing. But yeah, so that's something I use for my athletes if they have trouble not getting over their left out the back. Or sorry, have trouble getting over the left out the back. All right, but shot put. So shot put, you see a lot more variety in shot put compared to the discus with the off arm. Some people, like Andy Bloom, will start like down here. All right. See, like a couple people start like up here and then go like. There's a lot of very weird things. I'm just speaking more for rotational. The off arm for glide can be its own separate video. That's not very long. But for the most part, rotational shot, you generally see super relaxed and the left arm's here, and you see a lot more shot putters than discus throwers throw the left arm out the back. And the reason why is because, one, you don't have to go as long out the back. All right? Two, it's because it doesn't really, I can go like that and it barely moves my shoulder. Like my shoulder's still connected. My right shoulder. All right? So that's advantage of shot put in terms of the discus. Another thing, if you're super stretchy, so I use Tom Walsh for example. So remember from the beginning of the video, I was saying that, people usually say throwing the left arm out the back is a bad thing. Most cases it is. However, if you're a certain type of athlete like Tom Walsh, who's super stretchy, relies on speed and momentum and just a whole bunch of stretch reflex, you can throw that left arm. Now, you don't do it like just right off the bat. Experiment with it, all right? But what this will do is, one, if you do that, it will really help you rotate out the back. Now, this is a very dangerous thing to do. Not dangerous in terms of like it will like hurt you or something. Dangerous in terms of it could totally just throw off your entire throw. So you have to really be good first to kind of do this. But if you figure out how to do it and it works for you, it can really speed you up through the ring and just make everything a lot more fluid. It's just, if you do it and your legs are still going slow, it's not going to work. And now you've lost all your tension and now you're just screwed for the rest of the throw. All right. So that's basically a crash course, of the back of the ring. So the off arm in the middle of the ring, not as complicated. All right. For the most part, the way I like to coach. So I'm here. I'm in my South African. I'm here. The way I used to just be completely open, but the thing is, so I'm here. Some people hold the arm to sector and then wrap around like that. That's fine. I personally, I like to coach a lot more fluidity through the throw. In discus, I use this more in shot put. In discus, I tend to want to be towards the left sector if I'm a right-handed thrower, in terms of holding the left arm, just so I don't tense up and really shorten. All right. So I like to just stop there. So it's all about timing here. But the main goal, you want to stop it somewhere in the sector. Definitely not down the right sector. All right, because if you do that, it's so hard to turn. So what you don't want to do is use the left arm to inhibit the right side. All right. So if I'm here, let's say I'm out the back, I'm here, and I just keep this left arm in the entire time. All right. So I'm here. Look how hard, like this is not a very comfortable position to be in. All right. And it's just, you lose all your rotational power and you're probably going to slow down. All right. So what you want to do, what I like to coach, so I'm here, out the back, use it as a guide. Me personally, I like to coach stopping at the left sector because it will still make you hold here, but the main thing is you want this chest. You want your shoulders. So my arm can be like back here. All right, so I can be like this. My chest is still facing the sector. So if I'm throwing towards the camera, say the camera is the middle of the sector. All right, so part of the problem is if you blow out the back with your left arm, I'm here and now look at where my left arm is leading and my right shoulder, that way. So where I'm going to throw? That way. So the left arm, once you hit this position, is going to dictate your direction. It's not the only thing. Obviously your lower body does it too. All right, but chances are if you blow out the back, one, it's going to make you just spin a lot more. So it's probably going to make you over-rotate, and it's going to make you go over there instead of straight. So now all your forces are totally messed up in the wrong direction. All right, so what you want to do, maximum, hold it at the left sector. Most people do the middle, try and hold to the middle, simply just because they're just going to kind of move just a little bit, just based on just being human. For shot put, I like that. For discus, I like to tell them hold the left sector. Tell athletes at least. All right? So basically, you want to use the left arm in the middle and out the back to help you. If at any point it's inhibiting your right side, change your left side immediately. Because the right side, it is just for a right-handed thrower, is the main driver of the force. Of the throw. You don't throw with the hand that doesn't have the implement. All right, so you need to figure out how to use your left side to help your right side. All right, so that's the middle and the back. The front, pretty simple. So standard, whoa, sorry. Standard, I landed here, I'm wrapped, whatever, here, doesn't really matter. All right, so in stand throws, I really like to coach here. So I'm here, super relaxed, and I really like to throw my left arm, but you see how I'm throwing my left arm? Oh, let me do it from the side. I'm throwing my left arm, but you see how I'm not pulling my shoulder? So I can move my arm without moving my shoulder. So this is really important and very overlooked. All right? So what you want to do is you want to throw the left arm. I like to throw it and feel like, so if I'm throwing this way, feel like I'm grabbing the sector right here. All right? So I'm here, I'm grabbing a sector line, and it's kind of pulling me a little forward. This is for shot put, not discus. For shot put. So for here, I like to try and hold the sector line. And what this is going to do is it's going to really help me transfer my weight forward. All right? So that's the cue I like to use. And also, when I'm here, now I'm open. But not open. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I'm clear. My left arm is clear. So if I just went here and just tried to turn, you see how my shoulder's going back? All right? But when I'm here, now I'm setting my direction over there. I'm here, and I can go straight. All right? If I'm here and I keep my off arm closed, look at what I do. Because now I have to move my shoulder. And the only way you can turn is back. All right? So if you're a beginner and stuff and you're doing stand throws, for shot put and discus, so like discus here, and you can go boom, boom. All right? If you really want to break it down, especially with something like discus, you can have like a med ball or like a bowling pin or something. So you can really like 1, 2, 3. That's a drill I like to do, especially in the off season. But yeah, basically, as long as your off arm does not inhibit your throwing side, you're fine. It can help you, it can really hurt you. All right, so you just want to make sure, especially in discus, it's really, really important because orbit matters a lot more in discus than shot put. Shot put, it does matter, obviously. But discus, if you have a bad orbit, you're screwed. You're never going to fly the discus right, and the flight of the discus is everything. All right? So, hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Sorry for the little delays. I've had a bunch of doctor's appointments and stuff on my foot and whatnot. But yeah, let me know if you've had any questions and comments in the comment section. Let me know if you want me to do some more videos about technique and whatnot. And other than that, thanks for watching. Happy Thanksgiving, and see y'all later.